Hello everybody, it's time for another Theme Fortress. Remember, if you have any ideas for like themes that you want to submit, there's a link down below in the description to like the Discord channel. You just go to the place called Theme Fortress. Be sure to read the rules that are potentially pinned there. And for our first submission here, we have what seems to be a journalist, and this one is actually very simple, very nice, pretty good, because if you didn't have the hat, the note block wouldn't make sense. If you didn't have like the most wanted taunt, the hat wouldn't make sense in what the whole thing is. But because you have both the hat and the taunt, you can kind of see like he's taking notes about like what he needs to write for his article, and he's probably at like a place where the story is going. He maybe even be interviewing somebody. Here we have what is probably a very stereotypically American loadout, because you have like the Liberty launcher and the Freedom staff, because you know America is like the land of freedom and everything. That's what they're branding themselves as, even though it's not really, but let's not go into details there. Then you have like the eagle, which is like the bird of America kind of thing that they've like picked as their bird. In Denmark, I believe it's the swan, just fun fact there. And then we have the founding father as also a hint towards America. So there's just a lot of American going on here, and that is why I think the theme is just, you know, as said, stereotypically American. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. Probably not that. I think it needs more American here. Like we need like the skin. We need like the what is it called? The American skin on like the shotgun and a rocket launcher with that like freedom wrapped or whatever it's called. And then you know, I think we've hit gold here, but other than that, it's a pretty nice loadout for like the team that it's been going for. This is either some sort of royal guard because of the uniform and the hat more being like for show than being effective in a sense, or it's a sort of like miner, because you have like a sort of solid helm so you can mine stuff, and then you know a royal guard probably wouldn't be smoking, and like the beard have like a cigar thingy, I believe, to it. So it very well could just be a guy that mines for gold or some stuff. Not really sure. The pickaxe is kind of throwing me off. I'm not sure if it's intentional or if it's, you know, just to like show that, oh, I couldn't figure out what else to put here. Here we have what seems to be like a sort of space robot or something, where maybe instead of sending people out into space, you've been sending out a robot, because you know you don't have to worry about it, you know, dying of age or anything. It could also be some sort of like horror movie kind of situation. It's a bit of a shame that it's only on Halloween, but I just think it's like the next step. Instead of sending those like small robot car things out, you just send like a humanoid robot thing out in space. I'm not sure. So I have three ideas for this one. It could either be an sort of art critic or artist who's, you know, that's his artwork that he's holding. Could also be a biker, and the minigun is supposed to refer to like his bike, that's the kind of pattern that's on there, or you know it's part of his bike that he's hauling around, who knows. Could also be a sort of like musician, rock star, and it's supposed to be like his instrument. Kind of could see that work out there. Definitely have many places that I could see this fit in, so it's a very nice loadout in that sense. This is either like some sort of space warrior, or it's just a guy in virtual reality, and that's why you have like a weird form of gun, and why you have that head thing on. And then who knows how he looks in the virtual reality thing. It could also be this is how he looks in the virtual reality thing, and then in real life he's holding like some sort of remote in his hand, and then you have like, you know, the virtual reality headset kind of thing on. Please tell me this guy isn't supposed to have a lot of tattoos on his face in blue. Something with vegan on it. Submit of this might be like, yes, he figured it out. But let's go with other alternatives. This is some sort of superhero I've never seen before. Because let's hope that there's hope for humanity, and it's not that vegan guy who's basically getting popular for being an idiot and self-obsessed idiot, or whatever you think, thinking he's perfect just because he doesn't know what to do with his life, and then he's... What had he been in prison? Like nowadays people are getting popular or getting attention, even if it's bad attention, just by being idiots. What kind of world are we even in? Humanity was a mistake, guys. I'm thinking the theme for this one is a robot with like, where it's like human latex skin on his hand or something, or that it's a cyborg, which is much more likely. In either case, it's a very simple and nice looking loadout, and it's pretty straightforward what it's supposed to be as well, so, I mean, very nice for sure. I'm thinking this is a personal loadout, and I just don't see what the theme would be. Maybe it's something like the only thing that my brain is telling me is Loch Ness, and I don't know why. It doesn't even make sense. It could be that because of the moon, then this is like some sort of green-haired werewolf. Who knows? I don't know. I think it's a personal loadout, and that's what I'm sticking with. This loadout looks very familiar. I'm not sure where exactly from. Maybe a movie, maybe a game. I'm not really sure. Maybe something I've seen in television. I just can't figure out where exactly, but I'm definitely thinking that it looks very familiar. So if you have any idea of what it could be, you can feel free to put it down in, comments below. I don't know. Very nice looking loadout regardless. I'm not sure it's appropriate for your little brother to hear what I'm about to say about this loadout, because the theme that's going on here is a bit, mature in that sense, with the pipe and the alcohol. Just saying here. Apparently somebody submitted their little brother's loadout, which is filling 13 by what this says, which makes me having, a lot of questions, because the Tauxy indicates that, like, the theme here is that he's at a formal party. He's been drinking way too much, and the pipe also points towards he's probably been smoking a lot of shit. He's probably had the wildest party of his life, because he also have a missile or like a miniature rocket going through his fine hat, and he's not gonna remember a thing. I'm thinking that it's some sort of, private pilot kind of thing, as for, the hat, and the place that they landed or crash landed is the Amazon jungle, or maybe some other jungle. Maybe they're exploring like some sort of temple and treasure, whatnot, those kind of classic movie things. And of course he's not alone, because what is a heavy without his medic? Also on the whole jungle exploration kind of thing. He may even be like the crazy professor that wants to take blood samples from animals, because the uber source, so he's just injecting it into various animals because he needs blood samples. That might be why, like, we may even have like other people on this expedition, but this gotta be the two main characters. I'm not sure if I have other Chumley Expedition kind of themed loadouts lying around, but I figured these two went pretty well together, even if they've been submitted at completely different times by different people. This one is definitely very winter themed. Like, you can probably sleep out with all that gear. Like, it's gonna be warm, it's gonna be nice. You can probably like snowball fights, I don't even know. Definitely not gonna be freezing anytime soon. The theme here is definitely military, but I'm thinking it's a new recruit and not so much like a private, because it could be a private, but then I'm looking at the footwear and it looks very casual. It definitely looks like a new recruit. Maybe he's just, playing soldier. It's like if he's a kid and then you have like this soldier helm and then, playing with his friends. With the hat and the mask, this just looks like a fighter pilot. I'm not sure, like, I don't have any other ideas. It just seems very nice and straightforward that, this is just a fighter pilot. This is a very old submission, but I'm thinking the theme here is a sort of serial killer or murderer in, a horror movie or horror game. He's holding the axe, he have a coffin kit, the mask even. It just looks very, very horrifying in that sense. For the last submission I'm showing this time, we have what I'd say is a professional marksman. He definitely looks like he's got class, he's got a very distinct style, and he's probably even got a name for himself already, or he's trying to make a name for himself as, like, professional. The kind of vibe I'm getting off of this here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you again next time.